van de wereld. Finalist in de World Championship van 2019 en finalist in de Masters in 2020. Dames en heren, Bully Boy Michael Smith. De tweede speler uit Schotland, regerend kampioen in de Masters, het nummer 2 van de wereld en regerend champion of the world, Snakebite, Peter.
You're thinking that you can outthink me, but you can't, frankly. Get nobody like it, don't stop the party. Get nobody like it, don't stop the party. I'ma give it to you, now give it to me, I'ma give it to you, now give it to me,
We are down to the final four. We have the world number 2, the world number 3, the world number 5 and the world number 94 battling it out for the title here at the very first Belgian Darts Championship, the opening European Tour event of the year. All 4 men have played some incredible stuff so far this weekend. Dirk van Dijvenbode is playing the darts of his life. Gerwyn Price is threatening to produce one of the most dominant European Tour wins we have seen. Michael Smith has just fired in 108 average after beating the world number 1 in the previous round, and Peter Snakebite Wright, the world champion, well, just look at what he's done this year. His tournaments, he's had 9. This is his 9th tournament of the year, starting with the World Championship. Won the Masters. Then he went quarter-final, semi-final, win, quarter-final, and now he's in the semis of this and still going. This is an absolutely spectacular run of form that Snakebite is on. Can he be stopped by Michael Smith, a man who missed 3 darts to beat him in the final of the Masters?
First leg, Michael to throw first. Game on.
It is 1st to 7 in the semi-finals, and the Bully Boy has the advantage of throwing first. Rob Malarkey joins me, Dan Dawson, in commentary. It is the world champion against a 4-time Euro Tour winner.
Yeah, and given the form they're in, especially looking at the form of Peter Wright, it is astonishing that even though these two have 10 European Tour titles between them, both have to go back to 2017 for their most recent successes on a European stage. Gibraltar for Michael Smith that year, and Peter Wright winning 5 titles in 2017, but not winning one since. However, both are in a position to do something about that. Only one of them can do something about it. Will it be Michael Smith, the number 16 seed, the world number 5, or will it be Peter Wright, the world number 2?
Well, the one thing I can say for sure is that Peter Wright, the world champion and world number 2, Michael Smith, the world number 5 and multiple major finalist, and Gerwyn Price, the Grand Slam champion and world number 3. None of them are in quite the position that Dirk van Dijvenbode is in, not least because they've all been here before. But tomorrow morning, they'll all be heading back home to prepare for the Premier League on Thursday. Dirk van Dijvenbode at 7:30 tomorrow morning is going to be on his aubergine farm, and in fact he's just had a text from his boss saying everybody needs to be in on time tomorrow morning. So it is a very different experience that Dirk van Dijvenbode is going through compared to these lads. That does not mean he could not emerge victorious and pick up a first Euro Tour title.
Do we know the reason for this 3-line whip at the aubergine farm?
I don't know. Oh, hang on. I know what he wants here. It's another one of those. It's right-hand side he's going for. Just knocked him out his rhythm, didn't it? A bit worried about that loose dart.
121.
Tidies it up to leave double 12. Peter Wright, 1-2-1 checkout. 51 and ball. To break.
96.
Michael Smith had his back turned throughout that. Just waiting for the voice of George Noble to give him the clue as to how successful Peter Wright had been. Michael Smith stepping up for double 12. And the bully boy opens the scoring in our first semi-final. Peter Wright has dropped 9 legs this weekend. Michael Smith has dropped only 7, and 5 of those were against the world number 1.
Yeah, and
ruthless elsewhere.
He nearly got that game finished sooner, didn't he? It could have. I know it went to a last leg decider.
Yeah, he was 5-2 at one stage.
But the other 2 matches he's played, Ronnie Huybrecht's blown away with 103 average, and then that near 108 against Mervyn
55.
King. Just sumptuous.
It is astonishing as well. I mentioned the fact that neither of these 2 have won a Euro Tour title since 2017. It's astonishing that Michael Smith is without a title of any description since 2018 when he won in Shanghai on the World Series stage. But he had all those near misses last year.
136.
Yeah, he's approaching the longest drought he's had since he started winning titles, Michael Smith. He has had a sort of 2-year spell without, but that was a 2-year spell where there was a chunk of that where he just wasn't playing well, and he was really, he was concerned. But Peter Wright, we've seen that a few times this weekend, where he's just pulled those darts left. He did change his darts in the previous round, early doors in the second leg. He's actually got 2 sets with him. One is a gram lighter.
Yeah.
And the thinking is, well, we'll see if we can see 54 tops here. We might. Oh. Wow. Okay. So he evidently liked the lie and stayed there.
120.
And
to 26.
114.
Oh. And he's chucked another in there to leave double 7.
$94. Michael, you require 14.
Remember, 1st to 7 in the semi-finals. That's something else that Dirk van Dijvenbode will have to get acclimatised to as well in a fast-evolving weekend for him. Double 7.
No
look
score.
at those, all in a line, aren't they?
Well, this is a problem of his own making. I mean, he's left himself an awkward
20.
double that he's not known for taking out. He didn't have to do that. And it's contributed to him losing that leg. I'm just a bit baffled. I mean, Michael Smith, 134, 54, tops. And he's shaking his head. I think he recognises he's made a tactical error there.
$125.
Well, come the final reckoning, that may well prove to be a turning point. It may well prove to be a distraction as well for Michael Smith. It might still even be in the back of his mind
60.
as he embarks on this 3rd leg. But he's making amends here.
180.
Nice cushion to work with already on the Smith throw.
200 180s for the event now. Peter Wright frustrated not to see that one deflected.
97.
Maybe academic in this leg, to be honest, but you can never rule out snake bite. Oh, no, start ruling him out. Rule him out. Rule him out immediately, because Michael Smith has left double 8s for a 10-darter.
Yeah, don't rule him in either.
Well, wait, hang on. Roll him back in. Oh.
Did we speak too soon? Well, at least Michael Smith isn't on double 7 this time. He's on a more orthodox double 8. There you go. That's what happens when you leave yourself a more orthodox finish. Double 8 is found first, started.
Full flag, Peter to throw first. Game on.
Well, some start in the scoring stakes for Michael Smith here. He's actually slightly higher than that 108 average he produced in the quarter-final against Mervyn King. Carries on playing like this. It could well be the Bully Boys' 5th Euro Tour title.
100.
Great numbers for Michael Smith in the early stages of this one. The question is whether he can maintain it. What he's done today suggests he can.
Well, the biggest games of Michael Smith's career,
55.
the major finals in which he's been involved, a number of them, he has paid the price for starting slowly, woefully slowly in some cases.
140.
The World Final, the Match Play Final, the Masters Final earlier on this year. Peter Wright took a commanding lead early on, and in all of those cases he battled back into those games. But if he's there at the start, if he starts well,
95.
you know that he can blast people away in matches, like he did to Merv and Ronnie Highbrex.
Oh, it's absolutely serene, isn't it, at times from Michael Smith. Just a joy to watch Michael Smith when he's on song. And now he's got a really good chance for a break, and if he keeps it all together,
95.
he could well have a little bit of a cushion. 81. Double 12. Lovely two-dart combination, smooth as you like. And Michael Smith clearly means business in this semi-final. A 10-darter backed up by an 11-darter. Not a lot wrong with those two.
Yeah, I mean, the only thing that Peter Wright can take solace is that he's getting worse.
61.
First to 7, though, remember. He's not quite halfway.
140. $140.
Well, the chance of leaving a finish from there is evaporated immediately
44.
with the dart pulled into the 5, and Peter Wright has a real opportunity to break straight back in this one.
$41.
He's not seizing it.
No, and again, it's another wobble from Peter Wright at a
100.
particularly bad time as well. And he strayed again with that first dart, and once again he hasn't recovered with the second.
82. Michael, you require 156.
60, 60, 36. No. Yeah, didn't like that one.
Yeah, a little wonder the raised eyebrows.
78.
Got the treble in the end,
Peter, you
but
require
maybe too little
98.
too late. Peter Wright looking at 98. 54 for 24, but not to be. It's not happening
58.
for Peter Wright in the main.
Michael, you require 78.
54 for 24 for Michael Smith. He's already hit 54, he's already hit double 12. But it's 20 for tops. He's been, okay, down for his favourite.
68.
Doesn't happen.
Peter, you require
He's not missed
40.
it much this weekend.
He's on the fifth leg.
Two legs there, Peter Wright
Wright.
has won that perhaps could have gone the other way. Those 3 missed darts at double 7 in the second leg and a missed opportunity there on double 10.
Leg, Peter to throw first.
Quite conceivably, Dan, Michael Smith could be 5-0 up here, but he isn't. He's 3-2 up, and as long as that's the case, Peter Wright will be just, I think, glad to still be in touch. And again, you talked about Michael Smith and the starts that he makes. He'll be wishing and hoping that he could have had a bigger cushion to work with, something more tangible.
Absolutely. And he's also well aware that Peter Wright could go mad. Peter Wright that win at the Masters was his 17th victory against Michael Smith. In a couple of draws, but Michael Smith's only won 9. And this, it's 5 perfect darts. We've seen the 9-darter missed on the double twice this weekend.
91.
Michael Smith hasn't competed in a European Tour final either since he lost to Max Hopp in the final of the German Open almost 2 years ago.
Yeah,
it's been a while.
Historic weekend in Saarbrücken.
100. Peter require 116.
Not in. Double 19 would leave him on double 16, though.
46.
Yeah, it's just a bit scruffy, isn't it?
70. .56. Peter requires 70.
And you can just see there with Michael Smith's reaction, there's just a little bit of anger at what has transpired over the last 2 legs here.
He's on the 6th leg. Peter Wright
seems to have gone off the boil for Michael Smith. Peter Wright steps in and
Game on.
hoovers up once again. 2 legs without reply, and it's 3 apiece. And you can just sense that Michael Smith has got
177.
Well, he looks as though he's a man who wants to make up for lost time and lost ground.
Well, that was the first leg that Michael Smith has had where he hasn't had a dart at the double to win it.
100.
There you see. Only needed 1 dart in 3 of those legs. Missed 3 in the second leg when he left himself double 7 for reasons that are certainly beyond me. And missed a dart his favourite double 10 in the 5th leg. Michael Smith said earlier on that he believes the only person that can beat him is himself when everything is feeling good, and it certainly must be feeling good at the minute. And he thinks he can and will beat everybody that is put in his path. And he's left himself on a potential 10-darter again. It's not going to be.
Yeah, it's something that he's said before in a roundabout way as well. So he's obviously conscious that he's got something going on in his mind on occasions.
50.
Tops, 11-darter. He could do with this, he could really do with this, because he just wants to stop this mini sequence of Peter Wright legs.
2
without reply for Wright, but Michael Smith gets his nose back in front once again.
Yeah, they're always the best legs to win, aren't they? When your opponent goes back-to-back 180s to leave a double, or leave a very simple checkout as 41, and you just pop it out, and it does not matter. You can just take those 2 180s, keep them in the little stats folder, it doesn't matter. They were worth nothing.
Yeah, null and void.
43.
Peter Wright did make a European final last year, just the one of them though. Near miss again for him. He lost 8-7 to Ian White at the European Darts Grand Prix.
85.
Yeah, missed a dart or 2 to win it, if I recall rightly.
But he certainly targeted more European Tour titles. He is aware that it has been a while for him. It's something he touched upon in the aftermath of his World Championship success. He wants to reclaim and regain certain European Tour titles. There's 1 or 2 that he's never won before at all. In fact, there's more than 1 or 2.
Well, this one. Nobody's won this one.
Nobody's won this one.
135.
Somebody will tonight.
I think anyone would like to go down as the first ever winner of the Belgian Darts Championship. It's been a really good day today.
94.
Seen some top quality
Video
stuff.
across 66.
And some great moments throughout the weekend as well.
Okay, that's not what he was after. It doesn't matter if he pins this.
26.
It's high, and this is not an easy check out. One of the trickiest.
Michael, you require 139.
Various options about what you can do with this. Looking at the 19s first. Needed the treble first dart.
95. Video require 40. Shining flag,
bother
Peter
whatsoever
Wright.
for
Nine
Peter
flag,
Wright.
Michael, who throw first.
4 apiece.
Well, Michael Smith is averaging around 105 mark.
55.
It's only good enough to be level in this game, and that slip could allow Peter Wright to take the lead for the first time in a match where it was not inconceivable he could have found himself 5-0 down.
57.
The invitation is not accepted.
Yeah, and that's 2 legs now where Smith hasn't had a dart at a double.
140.
You expect those legs, don't you? You're playing the world champion. You expect you're going to get a bit of a toweling in some legs. He's going to get it right. But the thing is, all these opportunities at the start of the match, is he going to rue them? That is 180, number 5 for Peter Wright.
55.
And a 55 for Michael Smith. And now Peter Wright could be about to make his move.
100.
Well, ton 40 would have left him 1-2-4. He's on a finish. And if Michael Smith keeps on labouring in terms of finding trebles, he could be in a spot of bother.
164.
Loose, sloppy last dart as well. And 164, 6 darts for Peter Wright to find this, and he may only need 3 of them. I think he may just tee it up anyway if he does get the triple 18, but he doesn't.
138.
Well, it's the second time a player has tried to leave himself double 13.
60.
This time,
Video
Peter
required
Wright was
26.
successful. Was it the correct decision?
Or should we have
13.
gone 6 for double 10? I'm
Michael,
not so
you
sure.
Well, Michael Smith
148.
paid the price earlier on, leaving an odd double at double 7, and it's cost him a leg. Peter Wright, the double 13 is not going to cost him a leg just yet. He could do eventually, but he gets to come back and try and clean it up.
This starts at double 13, leaves 13. That leaves double 4. And that is no bother. And Peter Wright with a perplexed look on his face.
10 flag, Peter to throw first.
Struggled with double 13, but no bother with double 4, not too far away.
Oh. The inquest starts. The one-man inquest for Michael Smith has begun, trying to figure out how he finds himself 5-4 down in this one, despite averaging over 105 for the majority of this one, and having darts in the majority of legs.
140.
Peter Wright is 1 up and 2 away from making the first European Tour final of 2020.
Yeah, Michael Smith could do with just leaving these one-man committee meetings until later.
100.
I mean, you can't argue with the stats, can you? I mean, 103 average, a victory against Van Gerwen, 108 average, and now 102,
93.
and still going in this one. The scoring looks good. His finishing, in general, has been good. He's only missed 5 darts at double in this match so far. 3 have been double 7. It's the decision-making, not the actual throwing of the darts that's been the problem.
And the thing is, Peter Wright has won 4 of the last 5 legs, and he is just producing the bigger numbers on a more consistent basis, and Michael Smith is producing treble-less visits on a concerningly, increasingly regular basis.
60 to leave double 18.
85.
No panic for Peter Wright, who is probably feeling as comfortable as at any point in this semi-final. His average has just climbed above that of Michael Smith, which is an indication that over the course of the almost 10 legs, he's thrown better stuff. Good guide. The switch
18.
is poor.
Michael, you require
Is the
110.
tide about to turn again? Michael Smith with the chance. Treble 18 for double.
He's
Oh,
on the 10th flag.
what a
Michael
hit
Smith.
from Michael Smith.
Is it
So
a tide
much
turner?
to do, it could well be. And now it's Peter Wright's turn to reflect on what might have been.
11th flag, Michael, who
He
throw
looked
first.
really set there for a
Game
6-4 lead. But Michael Smith back in business and back with the advantage, throwing first here, 5-5.
140.
Michael Smith knows pretty much for a scientific fact. If he hits another patch like he did at the start of the game, where he went 10 darter, 11 darter,
100.
that's it. The final, here I come. He's got that in his locker. Can he dig it out?
140.
Great stuff. Back-to-back ton 40.
Just what he needed. If there was any lingering doubt for Michael Smith fans, there are some reassuring darts for you.
100.
And look, Michael Smith gets stick for beating himself up, for not seemingly, people think he's not trying, he's not digging deep, that he's
57.
giving up. He's not, look what he's done. This is the world champion who is throwing 100 average at him. He was behind and he has battled back. He'd lost all those legs in a row, 4 out of 5 legs, and yet he still found a way to put himself in this position.
And Peter Wright has found a way to put himself in that position as well.
Easy mark, 164.
It could just flick over again here.
Oh.
Oh, agonising, and Michael Smith peers through the keyhole and he doesn't like what he sees. He thought for a split second it had found a way through,
96. Video for
and now he
121.
just has to hope and pray that Peter Wright fails with this 1-2-1 attempt.
51 and ball again. It's not going to happen. Peter Wright nearly producing an act of escapology, seeing off 301
Michael
points in
Uruguay,
2
68.
visits. Michael Smith to go within 1. Tops. Gets it.
He's on the 11th flag,
And there the
Michael Smith.
snarl from Michael Smith.
12th flag, Peter,
6-5
who throw
up.
first.
When they played in the final of the Masters, it was tight. It went all the way to a last leg decider. Michael Smith had the throw, looked like he had it in the bag, and he missed 3 darts for his first major title. Can he avoid another last leg decider with the world champ?
100.
Or are we going the distance?
Well, such value to be found in a 15 darter holder throw there for Michael Smith. 68 check out. And now 1 away, and Peter Wright
100.
needs to win 2 on the spin once again. He's done it already today in this match.
Well, you see, just the 1 ton plus check out, the 110, and what a check out it was for Michael Smith.
91.
A tide turning shot, but it is still so close.
.35 with 2 darts.
95.
Good recovery with the final dart from Peter Wright. He needed that.
Ton 40 or ton 80? Yes. Yes.
140.
It will do.
Yeah, again, just a measure of Michael Smith's frustration. He wanted more because he knows he needs to give himself every possible
44.
chance, the best possible chance to see off
Michael
Peter Wright.
Uruguay, 170.
Well, this would be a fine way to sign off, wouldn't it? Michael Smith.
140.
gonna be, but
Video for
He's left
137.
himself double 15. Alternatively, 10 double 10.
57 is not going, and Michael Smith gets double 15. He loves
97.
double 15.
Michael
He's
Uruguay,
beaten
30.
the king of the rankings, Michael Van Gerwen, and he's beaten Mervyn King. Can he beat the king of the world? He can! The world champion is beaten, and Michael Smith is through to the final of the Belgian Darts Championship. A superb weekend for the bully boy, and it is not over yet. Once again, Peter Wright goes close, but he does not pick up another title, not this weekend on the Euro Tour. Michael Smith, a 4-time winner on the Euro Tour series over the years, will search for title number 5. It'll be against either Gerwyn Price, the Grand Slam champion, or the unseeded Dirk van Dijvenbode, who is one of the stories of PDC darts in the opening weeks of 2020. He's in a position he's never been in before, a Euro Tour semi-final. If he can overcome the Iceman, he will face the Bully Boy. We'll hear from Michael Smith in a moment. And then semi-final 2 will be brought to you live from the Etihad Arena here in Hasselt.
En natuurlijk voor de winnaar Michael Smith. Dames en heren, omdat de spelers zich gaan concentreren op hun finale zijn er geen interviews na de